The Ford F-150, one of the top-selling pickup trucks in the USA during the first quarter of 2023, is getting a refresh for the upcoming year, and it's all the pickup truck lovers have been waiting for. After having increased pressure from its competitors, like the Ram 1500 Revolution, it was the perfect time for Ford to understand that the market is theirs for the grabbing, and they need to do what they do the best: create luxurious, spacey, and comfortable pickup trucks that the customers acknowledge in their products. But with the increased popularity of hybrid pickup trucks, how does Ford get along with the modern era? And more importantly, what will the newest F-150 bring to the table? Well, let's start with the basics, and that's the engine. At the forefront of the car, you can choose from various engines, starting with a 2.7-litre EcoBoost engine and ending with a 5.2-litre twin-turbo V8 beast, designed specifically for every consumer's needs. And this hasn't been done just to boast around, quite the contrary. Ford pays a lot of attention to its basics, such as the road performance, which is evident in the heavily updated F-150 Tremor, specifically designed for rugged terrain and trails. But it's not just the Tremor that is making headlines from the F-150 series. We have the Raptor to shine bright as well, mostly thanks to its advanced Fox dual live valve shocks, which promise both on-road comfort and off-road adrenaline-filled adventure. The aesthetics of the car have been refreshed, and now you can pick from the distinct shelter green color for the Raptor to the refined grille designs on the Lariat and Platinum. All in all, whatever you pick, you'll find yourself in a world full of power, style, and top-notch innovation. But what does it look like? We're going to start with some of the biggest changes in the cockpit in 2024. And here, Ford decided to bring a brand new color palette throughout the various trim levels and tech setup. From XLT to Platinum, the interior gives you the feeling that you're driving in the most luxurious vehicle that's been produced by Ford, in combination with the safest and most comfortable piece of engineering marble you could get delivered to your front door. And this was a must-do for Ford, especially if you consider that its rivals in GMC and Ram have been dominating with their luxurious interior designs. One con that the customers notice in the preview of the F-150 2024 is that the same monolithic center stack, one that's present in the 2023 version, is remaining for this model as well. However, there is a change in the touchscreen, as there is a 12-inch model that is standard equipment regardless of the trim level. It's still being run with Sync 4, but according to Ford, the 2024 truck uses a new electrical architecture that will allow for over-the-air update and will include some cool features as well, such as the trick security measures that were introduced for 2024. And to top that off, the addition of the standard 12-inch digital instrument cluster, reminiscent of that seen on the lighting, will also be included, along with an optional head-up display. On the other hand, Ford has a very clear philosophy in their car-making process. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is why all of the cool features that have been present in the previous models of the F-150 remain the same, such as the center console with a unique armrest lid that unfolds forward to become a flat surface on which you can place a larger device, like a laptop or paperwork. And if you wonder how this is possible, Ford made sure to introduce the origami technique, in which the shifter uniquely motors forward into a recess, but this feature is only available when the car is parked. The fold flat seat is still available, and the number of ports and storage solutions throughout the cabin will keep you busy for days. Now, what can we say? Luxurious, spacious, and unique. These are the features that Ford boasts in the automotive industry. But we did mention that there is a revolution in the hybridization of pickup truck engines, and now we need to answer how Ford managed to do it in this field. It's worth saying that this is not a no man's land for Ford, especially because 10% of all F-150 trucks that were being sold belong to the hybrid class. Not only that, but Ford was also the best-selling full hybrid pickup truck through the first half of 2023, and the company aims to expand the production of hybrid trucks in the 2024 model year by putting a large emphasis on its commitment to sustainable transport solutions. And the starting price for the PowerBoost Hybrid will now be aligned with a 3.5-litre EcoBoost engine, which will effectively eliminate the premium price barrier that was associated with hybrid trucks by default. Now, when it comes to engine choices, you'll be like a kid in a candy store. The 2024 model continues to offer all kinds of engines to its customers, ranging from the 2.7-litre EcoBoost to the Alpha Male in Ford and the 5.2-litre supercharged V8. And the best part is that each option is aimed at meeting specific customer needs. The 2.7-litre EcoBoost now boast increased horsepower and torque, which is still the brand's base engine offering. But there is another cool feature that we forgot to mention earlier in this video: the towing capacity. The F-150 holds its best-in-class maximum towing capacity of 13,500 pounds and a payload capacity of 2,455 pounds. And that in itself speaks for the durability and reliability of these pickup trucks. Speaking of towing, the owners of the F-150 will never fail to be impressed by the Pro Power Onboard, which is a feature unique to Ford only and a feature that's proved to be irreplaceable by its consumers. The Pro Power Onboard provides power solutions in various scenarios, starting from charging devices during power outages all the way to supporting massive electricity consuming events like concerts. Furthermore, the truck comes equipped with advanced towing technology and hitching solutions like the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist and Pro Trailer Backup Assist. How cool is that? Yet the PowerBoost Hybrid and the Pro Power Onboard features have been introduced mostly because Ford started to fear the innovations that started to come at them from GM and Ram, and the innovative tailgate solution made possible by the Pro Access tailgate was also an answer to GM's and Ram's trick tailgates. It's a fierce war out there, but one thing that goes heavily to Ford's advantage is the technology features and the wide range of engine options that others simply can't match, and that's not even including the lighting. And what about its size? The various full-size trucks have differences so big between them that they're effectively problematic, and an inch or two added on different parts of the truck won't make a difference on its outside look. In the past, you were able to get a choice of regular, Super Cab, which is the extended version, and Super Crew cabs, with the latter two actually providing a 6 or 5 passenger seating arrangement. The Super Cab still has its recognizable clamshell doors, rather than the front hinge ones that are offered by Ram and GM. And the backseat space is still present on the cramped side, which is more or less authentic and normal for the segment. But the Pro Access tailgate option that we mentioned a bit earlier in this video is probably some of the biggest news when it comes to the F-150. Following in the footsteps of its rivals, Ford decided to actually show why it's one of the most innovative technical giants in the world. And the trick tailgates that have been introduced and implemented by GM and Ram do have a lot to fear from Ford. Instead of just folding down as a tailgate always does, the optional Pro Access tailgate can swing out via a single swing gate that starts from the driver's side, allowing for access to the bed without you actually having to lean over the tailgate. Ford's design splits the tailgate into 3 parts, and the best feature is that only the center one swings, hitting the first detent at 37 degrees, but still managing to swing out to a maximum of 100 degrees for easier loading. There's also a step underneath the bumper that can also be swung out to help you up, as Ford definitely put a lot of thought into this invention. But since it's optional, you'd also have to pay some extra for it. And in case you don't want to do so, Ford's traditional tailgate with its pop-out step and handhold is still the standard on most trims. The bed itself adds new storage through lockable compartments on the side for 2024, and a bevy of bed sizes remain available as well. Now, what about the fuel economy? For a truck in this category, you'll be looking at 15 to 16 miles per gallon, which is somewhere around 14.7 to 15.6 litres per 100 kilometers. This is a massive improvement considering the fact that in 2023, the fuel economy of the F-150 was sitting at only 12 miles per gallon, or 19.6 litres per 100 kilometers. If you're looking to save gas, Ford has you covered thanks to the PowerBoost hybrid powertrain, which is vastly improved for 2024 with smoother transitions between gas and electric power. The combination of a 3.5-litre twin-turbo V6, an electric motor integrated into the transmission, produces around 430 horsepower and 570 pounds-foot, which returns 25 mpg with a 2-wheel drive and 23 mpg with a 4-wheel drive mode. And now we're talking about money. What are the prices of the F-150, and with the economic crisis that's been raging all over the world in the past couple of years, is the increase in price justified? After the 2024 refresh, Ford raised its prices significantly, and while the XLT and the Lariat are still in the 2-volume getters category, the Platinum belongs to the top-of-the-line trim now. If you want to enjoy the full luxury that's been introduced and implemented by Ford, then you'll be looking at an F-150 version that's closer to $100,000 rather than $50,000. The cheapest version of the XL starts around $38,565, while the Raptor R, the most luxurious piece of F-150 you could possibly get, costs around $111,550. So, do you think that the F-150 is worth this amount of money? And more importantly, do you think it outperforms its competitors? Let us know in the comments down below, and if interested, click on the video appearing on your screen right now.